I wanted to talk about something that's been affecting me personally and a lot of people. It's the holiday season. And in Canada, that means you may not get your mail. They've been on rotating strikes for weeks, and I get it. Canada Post has been in negotiation with their bosses for ages, and Canada Post is an entity that's making money, but acts like it's not making money when they're in negotiations. And I don't agree with either side on this one, but I will say this: if you're trying to get public favor, as a union, you have very, very, very little leeway. And now that we're into the Christmas season, and now that it's on the news that stores are not getting their Christmas shipments for their Christmas sales, and they're getting upset, and their customers are getting upset, it all backfires. Again, I get it. You know, is the government being cheap? Probably. Their employers cheap? Probably, yeah. But at the same time, uh, I would think that suspending ongoing strike action until the end of the Christmas season would be a nice gesture. I don't see them doing it, but it would be a nice gesture. And I know there are people who are going to say, well, if they give up their leverage of Christmas, then, you know, they're hosed. Here's the problem. Canada Post has an ownership share in, I believe it's Purolator. It's either Purolator or FedEx. Anyways, they if the money goes over to one of those companies, and Canada Post makes money that way anyways, yeah, they're not in a good situation here. There's been no sign of back to work legislation. There's been talk about it. There's been talk about ordering them back to work, and it just sucks. I've personally had, I think there's 3 or 4 packages already that have been delayed. Now, on my main channel, I have all this hockey stuff I'm doing, and tomorrow I had another board that was supposed to come in. It was actually supposed to arrive today, and because of the ongoing actions that are taking place, it's delayed until probably Thursday. There's no hockey on Thursday, so I'll get the third board in time for Friday and Saturday, which is tons of games. But it would have been nice to have 3 good boards in play for tomorrow when it's crazy. And it's frustrating for me, and I don't see how making sure that I don't get my stuff on time pressures their bosses. I'm not contacting Canada Post. I'm right now, I'm looking at ways of shipping things in the States. Also, we've been looking at getting a new post office box close to home. And because we don't have a residence in the United States, they changed the rules so that you can't actually have a post office box in the U.S. through the U.S. Postal Service. But I'm working on something else, and we'll look at the costs of that, because I know I always have people saying, how can I send you something in the States? The nice thing is, where we're changing the address to would be just a drive down the street, pretty much literally, rather than where it is now, which is about 45 minutes away. So, you know, it's weird to think that it might be better for me to just have that as the option for letter mail and for that kind of thing than relying on the post office box. Not only that, but right now when I order things online, I'm getting them delivered to the house, because I don't know if the eBay sellers I'm buying from or Amazon are going to be using Canada Post, or if they're going to go through Purolator or FedEx, or who they're going to use. And then this is where it gets frustrating for me, because part of the reason I got a post office box is because I got tired of mail carriers who kind of drop it at your door, but not really. And it might be hidden in and amongst all of your recyclables. Yeah, we had a package I had paid $300 for that sat in and amongst the recyclables for days, and I had no idea. Could have at any point in time been thrown away by the kids who wouldn't have known better, because that's where the postal carrier threw it. So, you know, I'm not happy about that either. I don't like when I see, you know, that they come to the door and they knock, and then they leave before they see if anybody actually answered, meaning they're just leaving your package at the front door. So I love the security of a post office box, and yet I can't rely on it right now. And I know there's a lot of businesses that are having problems with this, and I know it's affecting everybody. And I don't see how this helps the workers. I don't, and I'm a union guy. I worked in a union. I know how important a union can be. I don't see how this helps them. If you're Canadian and you've been affected by this, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. How this action's changed your view on things. Again, I understood when they started the job action. It kind of sucked, but I'm like, all right, well, fine. But we're into the Christmas season. This is not the time of year to be saying, oh, we're going to walk out, because this is usually when they work 6 days a week, which is part of what they're fighting about, is forced overtime. But it's that time of year. It's that big time of year. So they're kind of damned if they do and damned if they don't, but they're really damned if they don't work right now, because they're making a huge enemy out of basically the public, and PR is huge in this kind of thing. Absolutely huge. Once the public turns against you, you've basically lost it. You've lost it, because then the government, whatever they do at that point, the public goes, yeah, now you deserve it. So it's a fine line that you ride. I know from having been in a union that we always seem to give in right away to whatever the first offer was from management. We went, yeah, we'll take that. And I really disliked it. I really had hoped that they'd play a little more hardball with it. But I understood why they did it. I totally got it. So, you know, in the case of Canada Post, it seems like the workers have really dug in. I don't know, because the other problem with it is that while parcel deliveries are going to keep going up as long as everybody's buying online, letter mail is dead. Letter mail is virtually dead. All of my bills are all done online. There's no bills that are done through regular means anymore. It's all online. That's the best way to do it. So, yeah, I at this point they're couriers for parcels, and I understand part of what they're fighting for is more safety when it comes to handling of those parcels. But whatever this is intended to do is not working. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. And I understand this may not qualify exactly as entertainment, but it affects everybody. So I wanted to have a chat about it on this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.